So again, hello everyone. My name is Kéthia, and thank you for joining me for a power yoga class. I have a mat behind me, as you can see, but you can also practice with or without a mat. You can open up a large blanket if you like, a towel, a rug if you have, or again, a mat if you prefer. If you wish to have blocks, please feel free to grab a pair of blocks, or we can even use 2 large books as a makeshift block. And lastly, if you wish to have a strap, feel free to grab that now as well. And to have a makeshift strap, we can use a long or large t-shirt or a rag. So taking our last 30 to 60 seconds or so to grab your props. And I'm just going to make my way over to my mat. And here you'll be able to see me fully all throughout. And today's session will be about 50 to 60 minutes or so. And you will have your mat with the shorter edge facing towards me. Okay? And so I will go on and off my mat quite a bit. So taking our last few seconds. All right. And then find a tall seat on your mat. Go ahead, take a seat that's comfortable on your mat. If you tend to have tight hamstrings, lower back, or hips, slide one of your props underneath you, such as a blanket. You can fold that a few times, maybe one of your books or one of your blocks. You notice when your hips are elevated above your knees, the lower back and the hips open up a bit. After you find your comfortable position, go ahead and relax the arms and hands wherever it serves you best. And we'll begin to soften or maybe even close the eyes. Relaxing the mouth and jaw, allowing the head to gently drift forward, chin tucked to the chest. And bringing a greater awareness to your breath, listening to its sounds and rhythm. As we prolong and exaggerate the breath, allowing it to slow down the mind, and in turn, slowing down the body. The next slow breath in, you'll roll your right ear to the right shoulder, holding here a 3 to 5 count. And to slowly exhale, the chin rolls forward down to the chest. To the left, breathing in, ear to shoulder, holding 3 to 5 counts. And exhale, chin rolls forward down to the chest. One more round like this at your pace. Feel free to set an intention or affirmation if you wish to help guide you throughout your moving meditation. Meeting with chin tucked to the chest. Your next breath or two, let's walk the hands all the way out in front. And feel free to rest the forearms, elbows, and maybe your forehead is down directly onto your mat or maybe onto one of your props. You feel an opening all throughout the back of your body, the lower back, and the hips. With your next slow breath, you walk the hands to the right of your mat. And again, I'm always mirroring you, and the left arm is swinging gently over the ear, looking up to the sky. Take a breath or two here. Roll the shoulders down from the ears. Bottom forearm is down for more support, lengthening out of the hip. We'll take one more slow breath. Shoulders stay relaxed from the ears. And exhale, press up through your bottom hand, both arms to the sky. A slow breath with the heart up. And as you exhale, pull the elbows all the way back. Hinging from the hips now, fingertips to the floor. And the next slow breath roll the shoulders back, and then see if you can go a little lower with the forehead to the floor, and now bring the arms and hands forward. Resting the whole body down, pausing for another breath or two. We'll take a slow breath, walking the hands to the left of your mat. Get up, always mirroring you once I'm facing towards the front, and the right arm is up and over the ear, and we'll hold here for a few deep breaths. If there's any tension in your neck, feel free to look to the side of the room or towards the bottom hand. One more slow breath in. Reach out long out of the hip. And on the breath out, pressing your navel to your spine, press all the way up, arms lift up. A slow inhale, lift the heart up. And on your exhale, elbows pulled all the way back and down. Chin tucked to the chest. Breathe in, arms sweep forward, up to the sky, back bend. To breathe out, pull the elbows back, arms are down, chin to chest. 2 more rounds of breath. Inhale. Maybe go a little bit lower, and then find a deeper back bend. Exhale. Open the front of the body, arms down, chin to chest. Deepest breath. We'll meet on our hands and knees. Find your way to tabletop. We'll spread the fingers wide and hold here as you bring the tops of your feet down, and then gently rotate your hands so the fingertips face towards your knees. Wrists are 2 or 3 inches out in front of your shoulders. Find this variation of cow and cat. A breath in, send your heart forward with your gaze and tailbone up as well. A slow breath out, rounding the spine. Roll the pelvis forward, look to your navel. Breathe in for a gentle back bend. Try to flatten the hands as best you can. And breathing out, squeezing from your pelvic floor, lifting from the mid-back. A few more deep breaths like this at your pace. And with the hands positioned backwards as they are, you'll find that deeper stretch in the wrists and the forearms. Perhaps you soften or close the eyes and really feel this movement, really feel your body and your breath. Your next slow breath, we come to a flat back. Hands rotate forward once more, curling the toes under, hips to the sky, and downward facing dog. And we're holding here for a few breaths, starting with our feet hip distance apart. If the back is a bit tight, open the feet shoulder width apart, or maybe even as wide as your mat. So about 2 to 2.5 feet. Feel free to bend your knees at any time as well, again, if you have a lot of tightness in the back of your body. The next few breaths, gently nod the head up and down a few times. Shake the head side to side gently a few times. And we'll take a breath to bend the right knee across the midline towards the navel. Hips stay lifted. And as you exhale, straighten that right leg and bend your left knee across. And let's take another 2 rounds, alternating knee bends right and left. Here, just slowly awakening the body. 1 more full round. Keep pressing the heart back towards those thighs. Meeting in downward facing dog. 1 breath. We firmly press through all the knuckles, the palms. Now on your next slow inhale, bring your right knee into the nose, rounding your spine, and step between your hands in a lunge. Adjust manually if you need. As you exhale, press through your back heel, chest is up tall, then rest the back knee, top of the foot down. A couple breaths, hands come up on that thigh, and you'll send your hips forward. And just holding here for another breath or 2. If there's any tension in your back knee, go ahead, flip the mat underneath it or slide a blanket or towel under. Finding a little flow. Chin tucked to the chest. As we inhale, sweep the arms forward. Keep pressing the hips forward as well. Arms to sky high. To exhale, bend the elbows all the way back. Hands down as you lengthen the leg down. Nose to knee, half split. Breathe in. Return to that lunge. Arms sweep forward up to the sky. Shoulders stay down. To breathe out, pull the elbows back. Hands are down, lengthening the front leg. Curl the toes towards you. One more slow breath in. And a breath out. On the inhale, we find our low lunge. Back knee is off the mat. And to exhale, squeeze the lower abs, bending the back knee, stepping forward to fold. Hands to the shins. Inhale, look forward, halfway lift. And exhale, hinging from the hips to fold. Knees can bend. Take a breath. Arms sweep back. Come all the way up, squeezing the glutes. Exhale, palms together, hinging from the hips all the way down to fold. Inhale, hands to shins. Lengthen to look forward. And exhale all the way down and we'll fold. Hands framing the feet. Take a breath in. Right foot steps back. Left foot follows. Strong plank. And on the exhale, knees rest down for everyone. Elbows bent back. Chin lowers. Inhale, cobra. Gliding your torso forward. Press through hands and feet. And on your exhale, down dog. Toes curved under. Hips are sky high. And we'll hold here for a few breaths. Again, we'll spread the fingers wide and evenly. Flatten those hands. And don't forget to press through your thumbs and the index fingers as well. The next breath, let's bend both your knees to your torso. Keep the hips sky high. And then you'll slowly lengthen the legs, lowering the heels through the mat. Twice more. Breathe in, bending your knees to your torso. Maybe your abdomen touches the thighs. And breathing out, slowly lower the heels through the mat. One more breath like this as we try to open that lower back a little bit more. Medium down dog, one slow breath. As you inhale, draw the left knee into the nose. Now round the spine, step between your hands to lunge. To exhale, press to the back heel and then rest the back knee, top the foot down, hands up on that thigh. And we'll take a couple breaths, and again, shoulders relax, hips are sent forward. And let's find our first flow, chin tucked to the chest. Breathe in, arms sweep forward to the sky, back bend. To breathe out, elbows pull back, we'll lengthen the leg, nose to knee. Two more rounds of breath. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. And out. Inhale, low lunge. Pressing to that back heel. Exhale, squeeze the abs. Gently step forward to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Find the length. Exhale all the way down and we'll fold. Arms reaching back. A breath in all the way up. Gentle back bend. Exhale, palms together, right back down to fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, coming down to fold. Hands framing the feet. Inhale, left foot back to start. Right foot follows, plank. Exhale, modified chaturanga. Knees down, hips up, elbows bent, chin lowers. Inhale, cobra. Glide forward, press through hands and feet. And exhale, downward facing dog. Toes curled, hips are sky high. We'll take a slow, deep breath in and out of the nose. Now on the inhale, right leg is sky high, toes point down, so keep your hips square. To exhale, bend the knee into the nose, round the spine, and keep the knee lifted towards the nose. Two more breaths. Inhale, three-legged dog. Squeeze that right glute. Exhale, bend the knee into the nose, round the spine, rolling to that plank. One more breath in, lift the leg up, keep pressing down with your left heel. Exhale, draw the right knee in, round the spine, step between your hands to lunge. On the breath, press to the right foot. Lift the arms sky high, high crescent lunge. To exhale, bend those elbows back again, hinging forward, arms by the hips. 2 more rounds. Inhale, round the spine, lift up. Modification, back knee is down. Exhale, open the front of the body, hinging forward, arms frame the hips. 1 more breath in, lift up. Keep pressing to the back heel. And a breath out, open up, hinging forward, holding here. Take a slow breath, shoulders roll back. And on the exhale, lower the hands to the mat as you lengthen the front leg. Keep the back heel off the mat. Take another breath, look towards the front foot or the shin. And as you exhale, rebend that right knee, spin the back foot flat. We'll take a breath, pressing to the feet evenly, arms come up, shoulder height, and then pull the shoulders back over the hips. The next slow breath in, press against the outside of your back foot, arms will lift up, warrior 1. Rebend that front knee a little more over your second toe. You'll pull the right hip back, left hip pressing forward. Another breath, gentle back bend a little deeper, and on the exhale, pull the elbows back, hinging forward, low lunge. Inhale to plank. Strong here, maybe a 3-point plank. Now exhale, low push-up, knees or toes, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Thighs are off the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. A slow breath. Let's find our left side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Toes are down, hips are square. And on the exhale, bend the knee into the nose, around the spine, rolling into a plank. Twice more. Inhale, squeeze in your left glute. And exhale, rounding your spine, find that 3-point plank. 1 more full breath in. And a slow breath out. Lift the knee a little higher maybe to your forehead. Now step gently between those hands. Inhale, press to the left foot, lift up. High crescent lunge, back bend. Exhale, bend the elbows, open the front of the body, hinging forward, reach out to the fingertips. 2 more rounds of breath. Again, modified version. Back knee can rest down any time you need. Deepest breath. Holding that power lunge. A slow breath in. Think of rolling your thumbs and shoulders back. Lift the chest a little higher. And on your breath out, hands down, maybe on your props. You'll lengthen the front leg. Keep the back heel off the mat. Take another breath in. Lift the hips up a little higher. Shoulders pull back. And on a slow breath out, we'll rebend that front knee. Spin the back foot flat. Hips, shoulders are square. Take a breath at your pace, pressing to the feet evenly. Arms shoulder height. Pull those hips back. The shoulders rather back over the hips and arms lift up. Warrior 1 on this side. So again, take a look at my alignment. I will bend my front knee a bit more. I press to my back foot, both legs fully engaged. 1 more slow breath, a little deeper back bend if you can. And on the breath out, pull the elbows away from each other, hinging forward, low lunge. Breathe in, plank, stepping back, maybe a 3-point plank, and breathing out, low push-up. Inhale, opening the front of the body, shoulders roll away, and exhale, down dog. Taking another slow breath here. And I'm just going to turn to the other side. I'm going to add to this flow. Your next slow inhale, right leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee in, around the spine, lunge. Breathe in, lift up, high crescent lunge. Breathing out, bend the elbows back, hinging forward, arms by the hips. Inhale, holding right here. And as you exhale, hands to the mat. Lengthen the front leg, pressing through your back heel. Inhale, return to that low lunge. Let's spin the back foot flat. Exhale, come all the way up. Warrior one. To breathe in, keep pressing through your back foot. Hips are square. Now to breathe out, we'll bend the elbows back. Now we can open the hips. Widen the stance. Look over your right middle finger. Warrior two. A slow breath. Roll the left shoulder, left hip away. And on the exhale, lower your left hand down that leg and reach the right arm up and over. Reverse that warrior. Inhale, right forearm on the right thigh. Left arm spins up and over the ear. Extended side angle, look up. And on the exhale, come up. Find that reverse warrior. Twice more. Inhale, take it down. Lift the arm up and over. Rotate the heart to the sky. And exhale, coming all the way back up. One more full round of breath. So again, allowing the breath here to really guide your movements as best you can. And we'll meet in our extended side angle. Take a slow breath, rolling both shoulders back. Press to that back foot. And as you exhale, reaching out a little lower, maybe roll the front knee towards the pinky toe. The next slow breath, let's come upright, warrior two. And as you exhale, straighten the front leg. Rotate both feet towards the side of your mat and internally, hands on the hips. A slow breath, hips come forward. Find the gentle back bend. Pull the elbows towards each other. Now to exhale, begin to hinge forward, flat back, maybe widen the stance. And keep the hands to the hips for a moment. We'll find a few deep breaths here. As you actively press against the outsides of your feet, imagine you're going to split your mat into two. Hands come down onto the floor, off the mat. A breath in, we lift the chest tall. Now on this breath out, bend your left knee. So this time I'm not mirroring you. And we're going to lengthen the right leg. Try to flex the foot, shoulders rolling back. Feel free to have hands on props if you need them. Full version, palms together to heart center. Maybe you're not this low. Modified version can be up nice and high if you need. Let's take one more slow breath. Maybe you open the arms at the heart of the sky. Perhaps you make the bind. And we'll take a slow breath in here and glide to the right side of your mat. The right foot is forward leading. And as you exhale, lift the foot up. Squeeze the abs. Thread the right leg under your torso, spinning your left foot flat. Another breath. Bring your right hand to the center of the mat. Left arm up. Modified version. Right knee can rest onto the mat. Take a couple breaths. Shoulders pull back. And wherever you are, we'll keep the shoulders stacked on top of another. As we inhale, finding your way to a plank. Maybe it's a three-point plank. Exhale, low push-up, chaturanga, knees or toes. Breathe in, cobra or up dog. And breathing out, downward facing dog. Let's find one more slow breath. And I will now go to the other side of my mat. To inhale, left leg is up, sky high. Squeeze the glute, toes point down. Exhale, knee to chest, round the spine. We'll lunge between the hands. Inhale, come up, high crescent lunge. Arms up, gentle back bend. To exhale, bend the elbows towards your back pockets. Hinging forward, hands to the mat to lengthen the front leg. Breathe in. Good. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward. And then to breathe out, rebend your front knee. Spin the back foot flat. Come up, warrior one. Take a breath. Bend the front knee a bit more. Over your second toe. Keep pressing through your back foot. Now to breathe out, bend the elbows to your back pockets. Open up to warrior two. Look over your left middle finger and pause for a slow breath. think of really opening the front of your body. Think of pressing your pelvis towards the front of the room. Now our little flow. On the inhale, right hand glides down the leg, left arm is up and over. And on the exhale, left forearm onto the thigh, right arm sweeps up and over the ear, extended side angle. 2 more rounds. Breathe in, coming up. Reach the arm up and over, stretch the side of your body, and breathing out. Finding yourself a bit more grounded. Right arm up and over, shoulders gently pull down. 1 more inhale. And exhale. Holding the extended side angle. Take a slow breath here. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Toes rotate twice towards each other. This time, interlace fingers behind your back. Left thumb on top of right. A slow breath in. Squeeze your palms together. Hips forward, look up. And to breathe out, begin to hinge forward with a nice straight spine. Maybe you widen your stance and you'll fold. Take 2 to 3 slow breaths. Deepest breath. The next gentle breath will come halfway up. And now we'll bend the right knee, your right knee. Sit back and lengthen your left leg out. First, hands walk out in front for a bit more stability if you need. Again, feel free to always come up a little higher. If you have any issues with your knees, perhaps you wish to have palms together. Maybe you open up the heart. Maybe you make the bind. Bending your elbows back, interlacing fingers together. Deepest breath. A slow breath to release our bind. Making your way to the left foot for your low lunge. As you exhale, squeeze the abs, left foot lifts up, and then extend the leg out underneath the torso, right foot spins flat. A breath, left hand to the center of the mat, right arm is up, or feel free to take the left knee onto the mat for the modification. Hold here in this rock star, shoulders are back. Think of squeezing your shoulder blades together, engaging that upper mid-back. Inhale to plank. Really engage the entire abdominal, the entire abs. Exhale, find your way to a low push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's find 1 more slow breath. Now, adding on to our second round of flow. On the inhale, right leg lifts sky high, toes point down. Exhale, draw the right knee to the outside the right shoulder as high as you can. Tap it twice more. Inhale, lift it up. Modification, left knee can rest down. Exhale, draw the knee outside as high as you can to the shoulder. 1 more inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, open that knee out. Now hold it there. A breath, the knee a little higher if you can. Look forward. Exhale, step the foot outside of the hand. A breath, shoulders roll back. Maybe rock forward and back. And when you exhale, squeeze the abs and step the left foot outside the left hand. Sink down to Malasana, Yogi Squat. Your hips can be a bit higher if you have any issues again with those knees or if the ankles or shins are a bit tight. Slow breath, palms flat. We'll lift the hips to the sky, feet walk in and out, hip distance apart. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway. Look forward. Exhale, hinging from the hips and we'll fold. On the next breath in, big toes can touch. Sink the hips down for your chair. Arms lift up by the ears. Modified version, palms to heart center. Take another breath in. Hips a little lower, chest a little higher. Now on the exhale, palms together as you twist to your right for every 1. Try to hook the upper arm outside the thigh. Look to your foot, side of the room, or up if the neck feels good. The next slow breath, we can open the arms, bottom hand on a prop if you need. As you exhale, your left foot steps back. Now you're in a lunge, twisting here. Another breath, roll that top shoulder back. Now as you exhale, slowly straighten the front leg, and we'll bring the back foot in a few inches, heels in alignment with each other. We're now in revolved triangle. A slow breath, lengthen the crown of the head. And as you exhale, twist a little deeper from your mid-back. One more slow breath. And we'll take an inhale to lower that hand down. Hands frame the front foot, look out in front. And as you exhale, lift the back foot off the mat, bending both the knees and take a seat to the left of the right foot. Nice work, everyone. Let's go ahead and wrap your left arm around your right knee. Hug it in real tight. Take a breath to bring the right arm up and over the ear and find a side stretch. With our next slow breath, we'll come upright and find a twist, twisting to your right. So with an open twist, right fingertips to the floor. You can keep hugging your thigh in for the left arm, or for a deeper sensation, bend the elbow outside the thigh, looking back. Even a bit deeper, make the bind. Rub the arm under the thigh, hook those hands together. One more slow breath. And we'll take a slow breath here to release the bind. Hands to the other side of the mat, bowing down. As you are ready, staying with our breathing, we'll open the arms, open the legs, reaching for the back of your thighs, your hamstrings. Now hold right here, finding your focal point, eye level or just above, to balance evenly on both sit bones. Perhaps you don't need the extra support. You release the arms out, palms facing up. Perhaps your knees remain bent, or you straighten them out. If your lower back feels good, on the next breath in, lower your torso and legs just a few inches. Keep the lower back down. Exhale, squeeze the abs, lift back to boat Navasana. 2 more rounds. Breathe in, going down. And breathing out, squeeze the abs and lift back up. 1 more breath in. And a breath out. And we'll slowly cross at the ankles, rolling forward onto hands and knees or jumping back. Take a breath in, cobra or up dog, and exhale, downward, facing dog. Feel free to walk out the feet for a moment, maybe sway the hips side to side. 1 more slow breath, and I will now go to the other side for our second round of flow. Left leg reaches up, breathe in. 3-legged dog, squeeze that glute. To breathe out, bend the knee. Now open it to the left shoulder, tap it as high as you can. Inhale, 3-legged dog, and modified, right knee is down. Exhale, squeeze the abs, roll to plank, tap that shoulder. 1 more breath in. And a breath out. Keep the knee up high. Take a breath in, look out in front. And as you exhale, really squeeze the abs and with control, step outside of the hand. A breath, rocking forward and back. And then we'll step the right foot outside of the right hand. Hold here for a breath for 2. Malasana. Again, try to open up the hips, lower back. You can be up high if you need to, or as low as you possibly can handle here. Every day is a new adventure. So really honoring your body and what it's telling you at the moment. You'll take a slow breath to bring the palms flat to the mat or as far as you can reach. Hips up, feet come hip width apart. Inhale, halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, chair. Big toes touch, hips low. And we'll lift the arms up on the exhale or palms to heart center. Another breath in. Chest up a little higher, hips down, a little lower. And on the breath out, palms together for everyone. Twisting outside of your left thigh out. So bringing your right upper arm outside. Try to keep those hips nice and low. Take another breath. Shoulders roll back. Open the arms. Bottom hand on a prop if you need. And to exhale, right foot steps back. And we have this revolve lunge. Another breath. Shoulders roll back. Really open the heart. And as you slowly exhale, bring the back foot in a couple inches. Lengthen the front leg. A breath in. Shoulders are back again. A breath out. Twist a little deeper from that mid-back revolve triangle. One more slow breath. Modified version. Top hand flat to the lower back. But keep rolling the top shoulder back wherever you are. To breathe in. Lower the hand down. And we'll bring the back foot off the mat. And to breathe out, go ahead and bend both your knees. The right knee is sitting outside the left foot, and we'll take a seat. Right arm wraps below the front knee. Chest is up tall. A breath to bring the left arm up and over the ear for a side stretch. Inhale, sitting up tall. Exhale, twist to your left. Hand rests behind you. Rolling your left shoulder back, looking gently back. Feel free to soften or close the eyes. Perhaps bend the front elbow outside your thigh. Or even make the bind. Deepest breath. And with our next breath, we'll return the head to center, release the bind. Hands to the other side of the mat, bowing down. Taking a few breaths at your pace, we'll open the arms once again, open the legs. This time, heels are on the mat, about shoulder width apart. Reaching for those thighs. A breath in, pull the chest forward, toes point. The breath out, try to bring the feet up. And slide the hands down the legs as far as they will go. Another breath, shoulders pull back, keep the heart moving forward. And then we'll press the navel to the spine. Attempt to straighten those legs out as best as you can. Wide-legged boat. Keep breathing deeply. Bring the heart forward, shoulders stay down. And lengthen the legs as best you can. Again, find the focal point, eye level or just above. Your next slow breath as you're ready. We'll cross the ankles, make your way back to plank or jump back. Inhale, open the front of the body, shoulders roll away. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pausing for a slow Ujjayi breath in and out of the nose. With our next few breaths, let's surrender our knees onto the mat. At the back of your mat, keep the hips lifted on top of the knees. Walk the hands out in front, press the palms, the knuckles, and feel free to rest either your forehead, chin, or sternum onto the mat. Here in heart melting pose. A little deeper back bend, targeting the upper and mid back. With your next breath, forearms, elbows can rest down. We'll bring the entire torso forward, tops the feet down, elbows 2 or 3 inches in front of the shoulders in Sphinx. Actively draw the shoulders down the back, press to the tops of the feet. So our kneecaps are now lifting off the mat. Chin is down slightly. We'll take 2 more Ujjayi breaths. And really listening to the sound of your breath. As you are ready, let's come all the way down to the mat, interlacing fingers behind the back, left thumb and right. With a slow inhale, reach your knuckles to the back wall, pressing through your feet, chest is up. And as you exhale, lift up a little higher and then bring the feet off the mat as well. We'll hold for 2 slow breaths here in our locust. Shoulders keep rolling back. Take one more breath. Lift those legs a little higher if you can. And hold at the top with the exhale. Your next breath, release the grip. And we can bend both the knees. Windshield wipe the lower leg side to side. One breath. Returning to center. We're reaching back for the ankles or tops of the feet. Maybe you're strapped now or an article of clothing. The slow breath in, shoulders roll back, press your hands and feet against each other. And with the breath out, lift the thighs and knees as high off the mat as you can comfortably in our bow. So here, really trying to expand the chest, opening the heart. Knees no wider than hip distance apart. Most deliberate breath of the day. Releasing the bind. Hands under the cheek or forehead and windshield wipe legs side to side. And we'll make our way back into child's pose. Big toes touch. We'll try to bring the knees as close together as we can to have a deeper lower back stretch. Pausing here for our first breath or two. And then we'll transition to hare. Knees and feet touch. Hips are now lifted on top of the knees, hands sliding back. With another breath, let's round the spine. Gazing to your navel and bring the top of the head onto the earth. Forehead as close to your knees as possible. So here's a nice release for the entire back. Hands can stay right where they are for more support. But for a deeper sensation, we can reach for calves, ankles, heels, or maybe cup the feet. Staying with your breath, palms are flat. We'll sit back on the heels, chin tucked in the chest, head coming up last. And we'll shift our weight to either hip to bring those legs forward. And excellent work, everyone, staying with me. I like to press my hands down behind the hips to lift my bottom up and give me a little bit more length in those legs. Push the heels away, and then once you're comfortable, return the hands forward. Now you shouldn't feel any tension anywhere in the outer hips and glutes, but a deep stretch in the inner thighs. Now walk the hands out in front. Take a slow breath to roll your shoulders away, chest lifts up tall, and then slowly begin to hinge forward. And then pausing for another moment. So we'll keep doing that again at your pace now. Being active in the legs is here very important. So think of lifting your kneecaps towards your hips and press the quads down. Pressing down for the legs throughout. We'll keep the back as straight as possible. Anytime the back is rounding, your chest is caving, pull it back a bit more. Last 2 slow breaths. A deep breath, rounding your spine, rolling all the way up, taking your time. And we'll bring those legs together, feet flat onto the mat, rolling all the way down. For more support, feel free to reach for those hamstrings. Happy baby. Let's draw those knees open wide. Arms come inside of the legs. reaching for the outsides of our ankles, maybe the feet, maybe the big toes with peace fingers. Wherever you are, gently press your tailbone softly to the mat, soles of the feet parallel to the sky. Perhaps you're a bit more playful with Happy Baby, straightening one leg out at a time, making our way to center. In our inversion series, feel free to find the legs to the sky. Bring them to the sky and rest the arms off the mat, palms up, in modified legs up the wall. This is very gentle, especially if you have any lower back issues. For more support, feel free to slide a prop underneath the lower back, such as a blanket, book, or block, and then legs back up. If you wish to find shoulder stand, take a breath or two to bring the hands flat at your sides, shoulders roll under the body, and we'll press the hands, hips lift off the mat, and hands to the lower back for support. Holding for 2 to 3 breaths here. Keep walking the shoulders and elbows in and pressing your pelvis towards your torso. Lengthen the legs as best we can. Feet over knees, knees over hips, hips on top of shoulders. If in legs up the wall, stay right there and feel free to soften or close the eyes. From your shoulder, stand. Hands stay to the lower back, and you'll find your way to plow with the breath, flexing those feet. Allow them to reach the floor. Now, if they don't touch the floor, not a problem, but the hands stay on the lower back. If the feet make contact, hands are flat, maybe interlaced together. Wherever you are in plow, keep pressing the heels away from the center of the body. Find that full length. We'll all take a breath or two to roll down. Remove any props underneath you. If you're in modified legs up the wall, making our way to fish pose. Let's prop ourselves up on forearms and elbows, and hands glide under the glutes and hamstrings. Another breath to open the heart to the sky, toes point down, and the tops of the head come down. We'll take a deep breath into the nose. As you exhale, tongue is out the mouth. Breathe into the nose. Lion's breath, tongue out the mouth. One more breath. Breathing in and out the nose. Returning to our regular Ujjayi breath. Hands released. And we'll wrap the arms around legs, rocking side to side. Rotating ankles in either direction. Head and neck as well, if that feels good. Crossing the right ankle above left kneecap. Wrap your hands around your left thigh and just hug it all in. Get a nice deep outer right hip and glute stretch. Flexing your right foot, and the left foot is just dangling down. Keeping the shoulders flat against the mat. The next breath or two, arms open out in a T or elbows to 90 degrees if they are open. And the legs will rotate to the left of your mat. And see if you can bring your knees down as well. Everything is resting down. Your left knee stacks on top of the right ankle. We all look away from the legs. 2 to 3 breaths. Here, fully releasing the body. Melting down through the mat. Taking your next few breaths to rotate the head to center, releasing the lower body, returning to center. Arms wrapped around legs, rocking side to side, massaging out the spine. We'll cross the left ankle above the right kneecap, hands around the right thigh, hugging it in, pausing for a breath or two. Left foot flexed. And keep breathing deeply to release the arms out, shoulders are down, or elbows to 90, and the legs rotate to the right of your mat. Try to keep the same shape. And one side is usually a little tighter than the other, and we'll look away from those legs. Perhaps you've softened or even closed the eyes. Staying with your intention or affirmation. A deep breath to return to center. With hands below the knees, we'll make 2 to 3 circles on the ceiling in one direction. And then reversing it in the opposite direction. Melting down to our ultimate asana, Shavasana. Legs open to the width of the mat. Feet naturally fall out to the sides, arms off, palms are up. Feel free to slide a block underneath each knee or foot. If you wish to elevate the lower half of the body, maybe slide the blanket underneath. If head and neck need support, we take a proper 2 under there. Eyes are closed. And here we meditate fully on the intention that made its way into your heart. And holding here for at least 1 more full minute. Only aware of your breath and your intention or affirmation. With your breath, we'll slowly return sensation to the body, gently moving all 10 fingers and toes. Rotating ankles and wrists in either direction. Maybe rolling head and neck side to side if that feels good. On your way to a full body stretch. With your next breath or two, meeting in your tallest seat. You can sit, crossing at the ankles, maybe the legs straighten out if there's any tension, again on the joints. Or perhaps you have half or full lotus. Taking one foot to the opposite hip, or maybe even both. Palms to heart center for all. Chest keeps moving forward, shoulders down and relaxed, bowing down to your intention or affirmation. We'll take a slow breath, thanking yourself for showing up to your practice, being thankful for today's affirmation and for one another. If you wish to inhale to prepare. Gently reopening the eyes as you honor yourself and one another. Namaste. And thank you everyone for joining me. Again, my name is Kéthia, and I hope to join you very soon for another session of Power Yoga. Any questions, feedback that you may have, please feel free to let me know. I'm always all ears, and I hope to see you again very soon. Have a great rest